There we go. Starting to come in one at a time. There we go.
Hello.
Welcome on, everybody. Welcome to Circus of the Broken Chain, episode 12, season 13. So I'm doing the dates for the Americans. For the Australians and the rest of the world, that'd be season 3, episode 12. No, the Americans are like, what?
Season 3, episode 12 makes sense.
Yeah. But you said episode 12, season 3.
Yeah, for the Americans.
Why is that for the Americans?
Because there's the way.
Here's how we write the dates.
Yeah, but it's not season 12.
If it was,
like I get that it's a play on the dates, but
if it was, it'd be older people going, "Hello, we're here to save the Eon Tower."
Anyway,
is it handicapped accessible?
Season 12 is a long campaign.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Dragonbane has 13 chapters. I mean, I'm sure they're a lot smaller, but either way, welcome into Circus of the Broken Chain, season 3, episode 12. And today we're going to have something. We'll see. I've got some surprises. I'm going to have some fun. And hopefully everybody else is having fun. Our cast and you, our viewers. If you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. What did you think? What would you do in the circus if you were in a circus? What skill would you be? What performer would you be in a circus? We have Hideki Chibi doing the amazing overlay. Check her out at bestokecc.com.au. She did the character art as well as the overlay art. Lorian Ross did the amazing music for the intro movie. Send Lorian money, if not commissions. So yeah. And you can also send us money by donations. $1 per 100 bits gives our players a hero point. Those hero points can be used for rerolls or to even save their life. They can also be used on hero cards. These can dramatically change an encounter or an ability or give them stuff which they usually wouldn't do. They're pretty they're pretty game breaking. But at the same time,
except when they're not. Sometimes they're pretty mild.
Sometimes they're mild, but when they're used in the wrong situation, they can be very much game breaking. They are not balanced at all, but they are fun to use because chaos is fun. Also, if you subscribe, everybody gets 1. But if you give subscribe, everybody gets 2. We max out at 5. We've got 2, 2, 3, 2, and 3. So we need to start using those more. It's my job to get the players to use them as much as possible. I think that's about it for the bits and pieces. So let's get into our introductions and let's get into the game today. So, Lorian, without the green screen working.
Why do we got to start with me? Without the green, is the green screen not working?
It will work and it will not work throughout the night. It will happen. We've had this entire thing.
Hi, I'm Lorian Ross, and I'm purple tonight because my webcam is a piece of shit. I'm okay.
Hey, that fixed it.
That actually fixed it. Yes.
And now it's gone.
And now it's not because of the.
Do you see? Do you see my frustration? Okay, I'm fine. It's not like the entire pre-show. I've been manically adjusting lights trying to fix this specific problem, and it has not worked. Yes, help me. I'm playing Azzy, the hydrokinetic kobold.
Okay.
Heyo, I am Kay. I have survived PAX. I have come home with the PAX box. So if I am extra loopy today, we'll just blame Uaine and not the PAX box. I have a giant dice. And I'm playing Uaine, the tiefling.
Unicorn.
Oh, gods. Yeah, the unicorn, the My Little Pony tiefling. Acrobat, swashbuckler, all around thembo. And I am here.
And we appreciate you. But if you need to go, just tell us and you take care of yourself. But thank you for at least when you can. Del?
Hi everyone, I'm Del, and I will be playing Lieriel the Liberated, the Elven Aasimar escape artist. And I'm the one that called that as soon as we actually went into the game, Lorian's camera would make him purple again.
I will stab you in your most favorite kneecap. I'm really salty about this because I've been struggling with this webcam for 5 years.
It's okay, I work for a non-profit, so my health insurance is actually pretty good for America.
Wait, non-profits get better health insurance?
Non-profits have pretty good benefits. Shit pay, though.
I think it's starting to settle. I've gotten some. I'm just gonna leave it like this now. I'm still purple, but at least I'm not blown out.
Loki?
Anyway, that's all.
I'm Loki, and I'll be playing Fidget the Fireworks Flinger, apparently.
Okay. MrLiveProducer.
I'm MrLiveProducer. I'll be playing Jake Blazing Fury, your current ringleader of this crazy group of creepy individuals. Minus Lieriel, because Lieriel is Lieriel. Well, don't know if she's coming back yet.
Is Lieriel not even part of the circus anymore?
I don't know what she wants to do.
I mean, I haven't exactly been helping.
She certainly doesn't seem like she wants to be.
I mean,
And she's
I
not been
did
hindering.
almost kill several kids
Hey, John.
when I did
but-
vaguely
Right away.
help.
Almost.
And to be fair, Karsh said they were like young adults, not like babies.
yeah.
You know, they were 18, which, fuck around and find out.
It would have
Those
been
are the fuck around and find out
It would have
years.
been a very important lesson.
There's a,
Yeah,
there's
when
a
they-
lot
I would
of,
say the ultimate lesson.
there's a lot of times I refer to as kids, but then like people like screams at kids, so it's usually like young adults. That's right. Yeah. So we opened, I think, in the morning after. Who was drinking last night?
Oh, I think technically I was.
I offered you a nip.
Was
Yes, but
the
I'm like 20
paladin?
The paladin
Was-
of Caden.
Yeah, Paladin of Caden Callion. Very important that be distinguished.
Was
Paladin.
was the paladin of the drunken god not drinking?
No, it
They
was
were
scrubbing
busy
graffiti
doing
off the
cleaning
cart.
work.
Yeah, but after you finish, you can drink while you clean.
Would that be against your rules?
It's actually
was-
not.
I wasn't actually near the fire anyway. Anyway,
Well,
they haven't
yeah, but
released it.
everyone
They
had
haven't
it.
released the new rules for Champion yet, so don't care.
Well, it's also not
I know
anathema.
it's not anathema.
I've read deeply into Caden's lore, and he's like, "Hey, if you become an alcoholic, maybe you should stop, and we'll support you in that."
Yeah, he's still a good person.
Yeah. So Jake wasn't drinking?
Probably not. It wasn't. He wasn't with everybody else.
But was he drinking at all?
No, it wasn't. Maybe some tea, but that was about it.
Okay. So we'll start. Instead of starting in the morning, let's go back to the night.
Uh-oh.
While Jake is cleaning, and you can hear the revelry in the close distance of like the circus folk and the roustabouts drinking heavily. There's like even from the town that you can still hear people like they're still upbeat from the night's performance. Because you're pretty much still in town itself, but you feel a chill up your spine as you're cleaning away, almost finished scrubbing. Like, so you're the one that does the cleanup duty after her dirty work, it seems.
Do I recognize this as Karrick?
Okay.
Not necessarily. This is more about a let everyone else have fun tonight. That's their first big show for first big show, and I don't want to interrupt anybody else.
On top of the wagon that you're scrubbing is now Kalkak in Barkhurst form. In his
haven't
massive full.
haven't seen you like that for a
form.
while. How's everything been going for you anyway?
It's been interesting.
Oh yes.
Alex has Axel, humans with their names. Axel has been working with me on the trick.
Ooh.
Not ready yet.
Oh,
But,
please tell me when it is ready. I'd love to see the reactions of people when they see the trick. It's going to be very interesting.
Seeing he's not very accomplished, it's mostly me, of course.
Of course.
But
we all have to mentor the people so that we can build the next series of performers.
yes. I don't think he's a very good performer. He seems to... Although, without that Jojaya, he's a little bit calm,
Well,
less anxious without Jojaya around.
that I can believe. Karrick.
I
Sorry
did
about that.
find one of Jojaya's old knives, though, and just to spook him, placed it in his bed one night.
So he's... And this is me being an evil, sadistic bastard. Could you please tell me you threw it away, then you put it back in the bed?
I don't know what he did with it. I put it in his bed.
Good. I am really evil sometimes. I do apologize. So, how can I help you today, Karrick?
Each their own.
Oh.
Evil's more of a series of choices.
Yeah, well, we all know about choices.
And every choice can go one way or the other. Just...
That I can.
Anyway. So, I was just wanting to see, like, if you knew what happened here fully.
That we were being robbed.
I mean, that was a non-event.
I don't even
really.
think that Lieriel said that. I think that Lieriel just said there's a mess over there. Yeah, she didn't say anything about the kids or being robbed. She was just like, this happened.
From Jake's perspective, there's a crowbar on the ground, and there's
No,
damage
no.
to the trunk. The
Didn't I
treasure
take the
chest. So
crowbar?
either way, it's pretty obvious that the chest was tampered with, or so robbing. I can say, we can, yeah. So Karrick says robbing was not what I meant. Even the vandalism.
Yeah.
What I'm referring to is with the response from your security.
At the moment, she's not hired by us. She's just a, here for the moment, decide what she wants to do.
So she's free game.
No.
And you see that large grin get bigger. The same scar you see from as a
No,
goblin
she's-
with the extra large mouth is the same you get from when he's in Barkhurst.
No, she's not free game at the moment. I don't think she'll ever be. Don't think she'll ever be free game unless she does something to one of our circus members, and after a little discussion. But no.
Okay. Well, what I'm wanting to point out is that, well, we could have just scared the little miscreants off. That became very dangerous. I think a bit more, how can I put it? An overreach of power was used against... I can't believe they survived. But
Kalkick's a fucking traitor. Like, he should be in full support of this.
Consider me
We were
shocked.
having fun. Just saying.
How? Nah, alright.
No, I want to know what you were going to say.
It does. I thought it would be something funny and clever, but it really wasn't.
Mood.
I just think caution.
Well, there's always caution.
Well, caution was lacking last night.
Um,
As I said,
You mean
could have just scared them off. We went boo and scared them off. But Lieriel's always been headstrong.
Lieriel's unfortunately been through a lot at the moment, and
So it seems.
well, I hate to say it as Karrick, but I do believe in second, third, fourth, fifth chances. It has been to my detriment a lot of the time. But
Ah, yes.
I
Always the
know.
positiveness. You're not going to get me around the campfire with your tea.
Oh God, no! You're not a tea person. You're more of a coffee person. The drink that makes you angry.
You don't need
Unless
coffee
you have
to
ADHD,
stay
then it
awake at
actually
night.
calms you down a bit.
Yeah.
I don't need coffee to stay awake at night. The hunt keeps me awake.
Okay, and speaking about the hunt, have you found everything you need around here at the moment?
I've had to be subtle
Okay.
because
Well-
apparently, well, I mean, at least we're not going to be staying in the same spot, I'm assuming.
Yes. We are going to be traveling. Ask you as a favor, please keep it to a minimum. If you need any help, please ask.
I find a lack of wolves in this area disturbing.
Yeah. Well, if you hear or see anything that you think might be important for us to know, can you please let me know? Because
It comes up.
you know more about. And Jack raises his paws and just goes, "This" than I do.
I know nothing.
I know less than that, apparently.
I'm not even from this island, so why would I know anything from here?
I was talking more about nature.
There's certainly a unbalance of nature. I
Exactly.
don't know
It's
if I'd like it or
imbalanced.
not. It feels good, but at the same time wrong.
Exactly. But hopefully this area is going to get a little better. We did find the Wellspring Tower and we did, lack of a better term, help it. And Leafy's there at the moment just making sure that everything is going fine for the place.
Ah, yes, Leafy,
Yeah.
vegetarian offering.
Well, I do miss her. I miss her optimism.
You did say she's not at the circus anymore, but not really a vegetarian. And she'd be too hard to fight.
Who? Leafy? Azzy? No, not Azzy. Lieriel?
Leafy.
Yeah, you don't fight Lieriel.
Could be
She left on-
interesting, but
She left on her own terms, and she's here to help other people. Help the people. If I hear that you're going after her, we'll have very, very strong words.
anyway, if I am, you'll never hear it. And with that, he gets up on all fours, stretches his shoulders, and then just starts walking off and disappears. Away from the caravans, away from the city, and away from the circus.
Make sure you clean up after your meals. We don't have a murder forest.
But we could.
Not without the right marketing.
It wouldn't be good for branding.
I'll make a beautiful sign.
But in the morning, those that were drinking, you do wake up with a hangover, which is the majority of the circus. Everybody is like they're up till late, everybody was up till late. Everybody was rejoicing. Even the kids were rejoicing if they weren't drinking. They were playing around the fire, dancing and singing, and it was a great time. It's been a while since everybody was together and everybody was happy and after doing a good show.
Why do I feel like Karsh is about to say, then this person doesn't show up and they're screaming about bloody murder?
I know.
I'm
we've
just
been with you for
saying,
how
you were
long
setting it
now?
up real nice there.
Karsh, we have been with you for how long now? This is your MO.
It's been a long time since you guys have got to be happy. And it's
I
gonna be a
know.
long time until you get to be happy again.
Everything is happy. Everyone is rejoicing. Everybody turns
This
up.
too will pass.
That is not a maybe, but please.
There we go.
Sorry, please do continue.
So everybody's happy.
Sorry.
Everybody's rejoicing. Everybody's hungover. But it's the professor that comes to. I think to Azzy. Like, well, that's one show down. Time to pack down to move again.
Don't talk so loud, please.
So you're not used to the drinking?
I really am not. Oh god, I drunk like human proportions. I'm barely 3 feet tall.
Well, little thing, little
sorry,
Azzy,
you
that's
said-
They come in
something to get
pints.
used to.
You said something about packing?
Oh, are we touring the area?
Can we do it tomorrow?
But tomorrow is a day away. You need to be on the road, son.
I need to be in a hospital. And I just
I saw a funeral pile just down the road, but
hold on, I had something for this. I'm gonna stumble over and I grab my staff, and I'm going to cast on myself. Where is it? I forgot the name of the spell.
Remove poison?
No, not that.
Remove hangover.
There's not a remove hangover, isn't it?
Remove affliction.
Rousing
Remove arm.
splash.
rousing what?
Did you
Rousing
say remove
splash.
arm?
Flash.
Maybe.
So just it's basically like a cold shock of water that can give you temporary HP, and I just use it on myself to just like, feels a bit better. 9 temporary HP.
If you wanted that, we could have just like dunked you into the horse troughs, but
No, this is better. This is clean. Sorry.
the horse troughs are funnier.
Yeah, to you maybe.
And everyone else is watching.
Well, why don't we dunk you in then, if it's so funny?
I've already had a dip this morning. I didn't
The
drink
horse
like
trough?
everybody else
Well, I
last
didn't.
night.
Well, how can I find that funny if I didn't see it?
But
Let's maybe.
you want to
let's
watch me
maybe skip.
bathe every night?
Let's maybe skip the talk about horse troughs. What we were talking
Is
about.
Lieriel HR again? Do I need to speak with Lieriel?
God, no. Please don't.
No. Well, okay. What's the
Yes,
plan? Then?
moving. Aren't we on tour?
Yes.
Surely we're not
yes,
going to
we
just
are,
stay
we
to
are.
the city.
No, of course not. But.
Thank you for the
Even-
subscription, Bio.
Oh,
And that is
thank
a
you.
hero point for everybody.
Yay.
Hell yes. Okay. So I will get back to you on that because are we going to Matt and Cleve or are we going inland?
I don't know where.
Is the plan?
Well, didn't we? Isn't Matt and Cleve just up the road? So wouldn't we have just gotten them?
Yes, Man and Cleve is up the road.
It is, yeah.
So we would have just gotten like their people.
Right. Well, in that case, that answers my question. Inland it is. But the I'm not sure where the next closest. Well, I need to speak to Lieriel about something anyway. But I think a bunch of us need to.
Okay, you can go speak to Lieriel. We'll start the slow process of getting things down. It's
Yeah, absolutely.
slowly going. It's certainly going to be a slow one. But
Have a plan for you in a moment. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Take it easy on the people. You know, they've had a cause of celebration, and
no,
you know, if it's delayed by a day, it's delayed by a day. You know, just
well,
things as
that's why it's still up now. Otherwise, we would have started 2 hours ago at dawn.
Really? Fish guts. Okay.
This is the life in the circus. Well, at least went on tour. Big show, move. Big show, move. Also, big show, promotion. Big show, move, promotion. Big show, yeah, you'll get it.
Okay, I get it.
I think everyone got soft in the big city.
Maybe. In any case, let's move then, and yeah, I'll get that sorted. I'm still waking up. Yeah, yes. Let's start packing up.
Do we need to go to the horse troughs?
No horse troughs. We'll pack up, and then once we've packed up, we can have a discuss about where we're going next.
Okay. And I heard Calcac's willing to take the role of security.
Oh, well, that would be like him, wouldn't it? Okay. Yeah. I'll catch you in a bit.
Have fun.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go and
just don't look into people's baths. That's not what people do. It's not good.
Where did you?
You said it.
I forget. Chalk it up to culture shock, and I will head on over and try and find the rest of the party.
Before we do that, may I take us back just a little bit earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit earlier, because Uaine did that thing where they woke up like before dawn because they drank too much.
That's a thing.
Yeah, it's terrible. I assume there have to be, but are there ants or some ant-like creature that is native to this area?
There can be.
That I can perhaps find.
If you're hungry.
Yeah, Uaine would like to get a big old pint mug and kind of poke around camp and try to find an ant nest. The bigger, the better.
Yeah. You don't have to ask. I'm just wondering where this is going. So, narrative.
Still very bleary-eyed, but very determined, and surprisingly quiet for as tall as they are. Uaine gets up, pint mug, like a piece of plywood or something, and goes out and finds the biggest anthill they can, kicks it, waits just a few moments while all the ants come swarming out, and then just scoops as many of them into the mug as they can. Plywood on top. Goes walking back into the camps, and they're gonna just head over to Hilda's wagon.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just creak that door open as quietly as they can.
As you approach Hilda's wagon, I will say this. You do see her sister on a camping outside the wagon.
Of course she is. All right.
And there's a tie on the wagon door.
Yeah. So I'm just going to, quietly as I can, to not wake her or anyone in there, I'm just going to open that door, peek in.
As you peek in, Hilda has company.
Mm-hmm. Great. Just gonna
Soundly
slide.
asleep.
Good. Slide that mug as close to them as I can. Take off the plywood. And just wander away.
Okay.
Am I
I
forgetting
love
something?
her.
What did Hilda do?
I love them.
Hilda's the
Hmm.
reason I thought I was starting a coup.
Oh, yes. Yes.
You know what? For
a
creative
reason for
revenge,
the
I think
coup
that gets a
was-
10 out of 10.
And for the reason for the coup was so that Hilda could actually go into town and go to the dances and find boys to have a love life or social life,
Yep.
so to speak.
Which, to be fair, if we had actually been stopping her, that's a valid reason for a coup.
So that's going to have its own issues. We're not going to deal with it instantly, but I'm sure that's going to have issues down the track. That happened. Azzy, where do you find everybody? What do you call a meeting?
I'm just gonna find stragglers. Well, I'm interested mainly in Jake and Lieriel. So I want to find those two.
I'm assuming that Jake has a caravan and Lieriel set up like a little personal campsite, just a bit of a ways off from everyone.
Outcast. In
Well, I'm assuming that I haven't been given a caravan again.
What happened to your old one?
I'm assuming that someone is living there now. And you're not just carrying around an empty caravan for me.
That's fair. That's fair.
And it's
That'd be
very
kinda-
nice.
That would be kind of weird.
It's
still without a
actually
door.
Hilda and Hera's new caravan.
Oh, perfect.
Which actually would be perfect because the door wouldn't be there.
Hmm.
That's
Hilda
fair.
and Hera would-
There's
yeah.
not a door.
It's a
Would have
beaded
a ramp,
curtain.
but no door.
There's
Yeah.
just a curtain there.
So there's
The
a
door was
someone's put a
kicked
tie on the
out.
beaded curtain, so you just
See, that would have been very bad for me because how do you get 3 horns through a beaded curtain without making noise?
It wasn't
Great
beaded.
difficulty.
It was just a piece of fabric.
I just want to mention that my first thought when you like went for the ants was like, wait, did they? I thought they took the unicorn, not the anteater fae back thing. So I believe anteater is
It is one of the options, yeah.
It is one of the options for like the fae ancestry
No.
Mhm.
feat.
You don't
Guys?
piss off the fae.
it's the one which I have. I have Anteater.
Oh, well,
Yes.
I've forgotten about that.
Yeah.
And Uaine's just open out in the common area now with a pint, just Hera the dog in it.
Hair of the Shoonie.
Oh, Jake, have you I wanted to talk to you.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to grab you and Lieriel because, well, I mean, now that we're all back together and we're thinking of where, like, I've been approached about where we're going to go next. I wanted to ask Lieriel about what she and Jojara were doing with the towers. Because I'm still not fully... I still don't quite know what's going on with all that.
As far as I'm
And
aware,
maybe-
is oh sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just... Maybe if there's a plan, if there's something that needs doing that we've been roped into, we could sort of like... I don't know, maybe take the circus in that direction. It'd be a good cover. It'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone, kind of thing.
Well, if anything, I think we'll be going to the Life Fruit Stone Tower next, which is down near.
But why? I mean, that's... Here's the thing. I understand that these towers are kind of corrupted and that we have the strength to fix them and restore the land, but... I mean, Jojara and Lieriel left for 6 months. there's something. I think they clued themselves into something that I did not catch. And maybe that's just me being stupid but maybe it's, I don't know, maybe they found something out. I just want to get the full story. I want to understand what the deal with these towers is. And I think you do too. You were with us with you were with us before with the tower in my brain. The tower in where was that? What was that town called?
Aberton.
Aberton, thank you.
Can I actually say that Lieriel just walks up behind Azzy and just says that? Aww.
No.
Oh, hi.
Nope.
We were.
That was not Lieriel.
No, it's not
okay.
Lieriel.
That was
Dang
not
it.
Lieriel.
Okay, Aberton, that was it. Yeah, I'm just like, I feel like something big is happening, and we've been too caught up with our own stuff to kind of be really paying attention to it.
Oh yeah. I don't dispute that. Stuff has been happening.
A lot's been happening. A lot has been happening, and yeah, I just want to get, figure it out.
Well, let's get the rest of the crew together. Let's get Fidget, Uaine, Lieriel, you, me, and figure.
Really? I mean,
Well-
they're with the circus. Are they?
They also came to the Wellspring Tower. They're involved in this now.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, they did get the blessing. That's right,
Yeah.
the blessing from the tower. They may be in on this. Oh no, Fidget's just young.
As we all learned in this past week,
Mhm.
Yeah.
we all thought Fidget was a little older than she is.
Yes,
Just a little bit.
just a little bit.
Hey, one of us knew. Also the one offering the 8-year-old alcohol.
The equivalent of an 8-year-old. She's actually like 6.
Yup.
Yeah.
So
Well,
much better.
As
Why do you feel so
much
bad?
as much as I hate bringing Fidget and you, then they're circus people. They didn't get signed up for this, but they're at the tower. We don't know what the tower actually does to us. Like I feel. Well, we had the residents of the little glow ball of life. Now got the glow ball of water.
Mm.
They're involved now, and it's not fair to keep them out. It's not fair to keep anybody out of this thing. If they decide to not come along, then it's their own choice. But we have to at least let them know what's going on.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, let's go then.
And they've proven themselves capable, so. Well, we know Fidget's awesome, and Uaine has done what they need to do. And I would prefer to have you guys, the rest of the circus, protected.
You got it.
So,
All right, well, let's find them, and then let's find Lieriel.
Yep.
Where do we find the others?
Uaine is out like near the kegs, hair of the dogging it.
Mhm.
Hopefully has found sausage or something, but
So Uaine's actually speaking to Fidget's family, who are trying to sell hangover cures
I don't.
for washing up
Are you?
duties
Yeah.
and campsite duties.
I think we find Uaine. Are you drinking again?
Yeah, well, it takes the edge off.
What?
It's if you have a wee nip, and then it makes it better. Because it's a withdrawal thing.
I turned to Jake.
yeah,
That's right.
it's more or less the same thing.
Well, sure. I'll have a
You're
little
missing water, you're missing salts, but you're also missing that. So when
Yeah,
you get drunk,
take-
So go ahead.
The best cure in the world is you take anything you can find, throw it in a deep fryer, have that with a large glass of water and a wee mug of beer.
What's a deep
I
fryer?
love the implication that there are deep fryers in this world.
Look,
Mhm.
look, it's magical. How do you survive a hangover without a deep fryer?
Why wouldn't there be? It's just oil and fire.
But the important thing, does this world have kebabs?
How could they not? It's meat on a stick.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
You don't
Yeah.
need anything other than a stick and some meat for kebabs.
Now two rat folk are walking away talking about deep fryer. We need to make a deep fryer for the next time we have alcohol.
Oh, you've given them some ideas now.
I
I
that's
know.
great.
Anyway,
Yes.
yeah,
How
do you wanna
are
be
you
like-
feeling this morning? You had a bit of a
Awful.
rough night.
Just terrible. Just my head is pounding like thunder and crashing waves. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
that's normal. Would you
Is
like a
it?
nip?
If it'll help, then absolutely.
It's not going to go down easy. You're not going to be happy drinking it, but it'll help.
Just- Ugh. God, I can't believe I enjoyed this last night. Anyway,
After the first couple of drinks, you get used to it.
And you
well,
really did get used to it.
did I?
Hey,
I barely remember anything that happened last night.
you
It's probably for the
very much
best.
you very much upset a fisherman, and it was very
Oh
entertaining.
no! Oh God! Oh no! I
No.
upset.
It was funny. It was very funny.
Really?
Aye. You dumped a whole load of fish on him, as well as water. You were like, I'm going
Oh.
fishing, we're going to all eat fish.
Oh, God.
And then you dumped the fish on someone else. It was the funniest thing.
They were also dead fish.
Well, if you see him, point him out so I can apologize.
I absolutely will not. You never confessed to the crime.
Who committed a crime? Fidget falls out of her carriage.
I have done something really terrible.
No, you did something
Um,
funny. After you had a
okay.
bad day, it's allowed.
Okay. If you
And
say
does
so,
anyone?
I
Do you
still
see anyone
feel kinda
really?
bad about it.
Hey, you gave them fish. They got meals for at least a couple of days out of that.
Aye.
Maybe. Anyway, that's not important. We're going to find Lieriel because she was investigating the towers that you found us at. With another from the circus, Josiah. I don't know if you ever met him. You probably would have met.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, yeah, definitely would have met.
Jojire the jailer.
Josiah the jailer. You might have known him as Van or.
No, he was still
I don't know,
Jojai in the other.
Well, Azzy doesn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, there's something weird about these towers, and the reason we've come to you is because you got some of the powers from that tower, and we think, I don't know what's going on, but we think you might be roped into this now, for better or for worse.
Powers.
Tower power.
Are they flower tower powers?
There might be one later. I think there is like.
Because that one was water tower powers. Because I
There
used
is
it
a
with
li-
you
there
last
is-
night.
There is a life root tower that might have flower tower powers.
Oh, I like that. But we need Lieriel for
But-
those powers.
Well, Lieriel seemed to like. Lieriel and Josiah seemed to have like they left together, and the note was that they were. I can't remember. Did the note you leave imply that you were going after these towers, or was it just like we're off? Bye.
So Lieriel's note to Azzy essentially said, "You're not the reason I left. Don't feel important about yourself like that."
Yeah, Azzy fully thought you were just being nice.
Oh.
And that was genuinely true. She was like, I was already planning this. Don't feel like your words were important enough to hurt me.
Lorian knows this. Azzy, however, was like, oh no, it's all me. That she's just saying that to make me feel better, but it's really my fault.
I believe that Joe Jire also left notes. I know at least he left Leafy a note. I'm assuming that Will would have given you that. Leafy is not here.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that Leafy probably would have shared it beforehand. And
Possibly
Joe
not.
Jire's... What?
Possibly not.
Nope.
But in any case.
Yeah.
There's this big weird thing with like the towers and the old like Aslanti civilization and Eredin, and we met these two people who wanted to like kill a god, and there's
That's
some
ambitious.
really weird stuff going on. And I think that Lieriel knows a bit more about it, which is why she was in the tower in the first place.
It's good to have
Why we-
hobbies.
Yeah, deicide, great hobby. In any case, we were going to go and ask her about a few things, and thought you might want to join in because you experienced the tower as well.
I mean, if you think I should come along, what do you think, Fidget?
What was that about deicide?
Don't worry about that.
I love Fidget.
Well, I always need new targets to practice new stuff on, so sure.
Okay.
I want to talk to you about maybe an act thing, Fidget, but later. Focus. As they're like trying to unbraid their hair. It's just probably still wet in the middle.
And we'll go and find Lieriel. Where do we
Where's
find you?
Lyle?
Yeah, she's just off in that tiny little side camp that I mentioned. You know, going through her stuff, probably having a few rations, snacking.
I kind of like, hello?
It's like she just washed her hair. Hello.
Hi, is now a good time?
Sure.
Listen, we wanted to ask you, first of all, how are you doing? It was a bit of a crazy night last night.
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay. Did you drink much?
Not enough to be in the situation I'm sure you are in.
No, I felt awful this morning. Really bad. But anyway, listen, we wanted to... The circus is being packed up. And, I've been asked about where we want to go next. And I wanted to ask you what you were doing in the tower. I was kind of all in my own head for the last few days, but now we've sorted that, I feel like I can ask, and because it's been months, and I never really fully got what the deal with the towers was, and they seem important, and you and Joja were investigating, so I'm just looking to, like, fill in any gaps in my knowledge.
What do you want to know about them, I guess?
Well, why, basically, what led you to them? What led you to leave for 6 months?
Well, I mean, I never really intended to come back in the first place, so what led me to leave for 6 months was just...
What led you to leave? But why the towers?
I mean, there was something to do. And, I would like to eventually return to Escadar, and if the whole islands collapse in on themselves, that seems unlikely.
So that's the thing, is that the island's going to collapse in on itself?
I mean, eventually. You didn't get that from literally all of the... No? Okay.
Lieriel,
I mean, not in your lifetime.
I'm kind of stupid. I'm just, I'm looking to survive and look out for me, and I often get lost in my thoughts a lot. Like, a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Never could have guessed.
the entire temple underneath Eskedar, that was just a big blur. I don't... I'm just... I just want to know what we're supposed to do. Because we've all had some... Like, if we were to just leave the towers and just go about doing the circus and never go back to them, would that be bad?
And that depends on how you define bad.
Look,
I'm really sorry if you can hear my cat.
very loudly, yes.
So many opinions.
Yeah, her roommate is about to get her food, and my cat is not going to be allowed to eat that food, and she's very displeased about that fact and wants to be freed.
Basically, to just step out of character for a sec, the whole thing with the leaving and the way the last season ended, it was just like, we need some way to get everyone back on the main plot of this adventure path, rather than because otherwise we just fuck off and do the circus. I'm trying to find that thread again.
No, I know,
This is fun.
and you'll get there. Lieriel just likes watching you suffer.
Got you. Okay, just was making sure. Okay, good.
Yeah, you'll get there. Don't worry about it.
You the one who started talking to L'Oreal. Jake is just sitting in the background going,
I got you. Yeah, she's just looking at all of you expectantly. Like, you haven't quite got to the point why you're here yet.
Why are any of us here, really?
hmm.
Can I roll like a perception check to like?
I
read
believe you're
Lieriel at all?
looking for sense motive, and yes, that is a perception.
Yeah, exactly. 27.
Let's see, that would be against one of my DCs.
Deception, or I presume, if you're being cagey.
What did you get?
27.
Meets beats.
Wow.
God, that's high.
Oh, hell.
What am I getting from Lieriel?
Yeah. This is not from me. This is.
Okay, so when he asks, would that be a bad thing? She says, like, that depends on your definition of bad. It's pretty obvious that by your definition of bad, probably. There's some degree of truth to it just kind of being something to do. But it's more... It does seem like there was a purpose behind it. She's just not keen on sharing it. But you get the idea that, like, you leave these towers alone to kind of have whatever's currently being done to them continue to be done to them. The islands are in fact going to eventually collapse. And they're gonna die. And
let me put this another way.
Mm-hmm.
We need your help.
So you want to go after all the other towers now?
If each of them are corrupted in the same way, and each of them are a cornerstone of the the nature of this place, then yeah.
Who corrupted them?
Zolgaths.
Zolgaths. What? I turn to Jake. What is Zolgaths? Zolgaths are the Ugoloths, right?
The things that Uloth, the thing that
Zolgath
smell
is-
worse than
Yeah, that's Azzy.
Yeah.
the things that smell worse than me after I've had a bath.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Troglodytes.
So, would those have anything to
little
do
underground
with what's
dragon
happening
creatures.
to Jake? Because I'm going to be
that's not-
honest, I'm a bit more concerned about that personally.
Oh, I've
That's
got
a
no
completely
clue
different
what's
problem.
happening.
That's a completely different problem, but at least what we can do is we can send the circus onto the next town we're going to, while we get me sorted out, and hopefully get rid of the other problems around. At least that way, that when we get back to go to the next town we're going to go to, we have a base of operations to probably recover and then protect the town, save the towers, protect the town, save the islands. After all, we lived in the islands. We need the islands to be, islands and functional. And apparently we were chosen by... out of the people here, only me, Azzy, and Lieriel would have seen the vision from the moon pools in Escadar. So we have a sort of inclination that we sort of know we've been chosen, for lack of a better term, even though we don't want to be chosen.
Who does, honestly?
I know it's horrible. Then Jake will spend the next 5-10 minutes letting... Fidget was there as well. Fidget also saw it.
Mhm.
So we'll let Uaine bring Uaine up on to speed about what's going on. About the vision,
Right.
about how
So-
we saw ourselves on the top of a tower. We saw ourselves not at that tower, and we saw the 5 Eon towers. I think that's correct, isn't it?
So you all had no intention of going after the towers?
Oh,
You were just gonna circus around,
No.
and then you were like, "Oh no!"
no, we're going to go to the towers. But then you left. And
I don't know. It was just. This is what I'm saying. It feels like in all the personal drama, we kind of forgot about the bigger picture, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the bigger picture again right now.
I mean, the world's ending, but when is it not?
What?
the world does end.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. The world
Is there like a date I should be aware of? Because there's a number of
No.
things I've not done yet that I would very much like to do.
How long
Next
do you live?
Tuesday.
Not terribly long. Average for human,
I don't know.
I think.
Average for a human, you should be fine. Just, don't die a premature death in battle.
Well, that
I
too.
can't make any promises about that.
No.
Then you're
Okay.
only letting yourself down.
Dying's a bad thing. I should know. I've done it before.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of freaking out. You said the world is gonna end.
Yes. The island's
Not
gonna
in
end.
your lifetime, probably.
Well, when?
Probably in mine.
That's not that long.
You don't ask. You
pretty
don't
long.
ask a woman her age.
Pretty
You should learn this wrestling.
Somewhere between Azzy's lifetime and Lieriel's lifetime is when the world is ending.
That's like a pint glass on a schooner.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Without, most kobolds die of unnatural deaths. They're killed by things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, kobolds can live to be quite old, and I'm not most kobolds. I've got, I had both water elemental stuff going on. I had wings. I had, so I might live to be longer. I don't know.
You also tend to get into a lot of fights with things that could kill you.
To be fair,
Yeah, it's.
The the whole kobold thing is probably more of a dragon problem than a kobold living problem.
Dragons.
Don't you
Oh,
kobold
well-
people like dragons? And dragons like to eat people.
my tribe didn't serve a dragon.
Okay.
Dragon turtle.
Right. Anyway.
Anyway, what's happened was Aiden gave his... Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Lieriel. Aiden gave up his divinity, or something, to power the Aeon Orbs to give
You're
these
wrong.
lands life. Okay, tell me where I'm wrong.
All of it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, she just kind of like does the like all of it gesture.
Then tell me how... Oh, Jake knows he's wrong, but he's trying to get Lieriel in teacher mode. Says, you are wrong. This is what's actually right. This is what the actual is wrong
Yeah.
thing.
So you're
All
telling
that
me
you need to know, because I don't want to get too complicated here, is sorry, I couldn't say that with a straight face after ML. Alright, sorry. All that you need to know, because I don't want to get too complicated here, is all of these 5 towers have pretty shiny orbs. They make sure that these 2 islands stay up, stay alive. Everyone on them doesn't die. A bunch of people from underground, we call them Zolgaths. You've met them. They've tried to kill you. Decided that they want the big shiny orbs. Now they're trying to take the big shiny orbs. If they do that, these islands will die. Everyone on them will die. They will collapse in on themselves. And it will be a wonderful soup of misery in the ocean.
Oh, so the world won't end.
I, for one, would like to not be misery soup.
Is that when you put
Yeah.
croutons in the soup before you cook it?
And apparently the only thing
I think that's
standing,
just clam chowder.
and the only thing standing between that, so the only thing standing between the island and certain doom is a Shuni, a rainbow tiefling, yourself, a slightly more wet than average kobold, and a child with pyromania.
And a circus.
I mean, I have Joe Jire if he's still out there actually doing shit.
Speaking of
You know
Jojo, what
what?
do you...
Do you want to
You know,
finish that question?
You know what happened to
Yeah.
him?
Yes.
Where he went?
Yes.
Are you going to tell us?
No.
I thought so.
You know that you're not terribly helpful.
Yes.
Just are you aware of the fact? All right.
Mhm.
Okay, so long as you know.
Yeah. Have you ever thought that you don't deserve every answer to every question you ask?
Probably
No,
not.
I have kind people in my life.
Hmm. What a novel experience that must be.
It was wonderful while it lasted.
Yeah. Anyway, I rather think that I'm being kind to Joe Jire by not telling you.
Well, that's an entirely different story.
Well, Wario, we're here now. Which is the next tower that... If it's not the one he wants to Jajara's at, which one should we go to next?
Oh, he's not at a tower.
Oh,
Anyway, I think that we were going to go, well, not directly north to south, because there is another one further north. But I think we were starting with this one just because it was closest.
yes, the Wellspring, which
The
we've...
forest one or the stone one would be fine.
Well, I'm assuming we have a map in
Yes.
character.
There's
But
one
well,
that's a little bit southeast and one that's pretty directly south.
Well, if I pull out the map and I say, well, this road leads us pretty straight down to Castanley. Is Castanley a town or a village or?
The
I
town.
have
It's
no
a-
idea.
it's a
I've never
town.
been there.
Okay, so we could perhaps set up the circus there and and base ourselves there, and then from there we can go to the Life-Root Stone. And then maybe we could head around upwards towards the lake, towards Turpin Row. Do a show there, and then hit the Old Forest Tower. That's
Yes.
the 3 in this area.
hmm
The 3 that we know about.
Then
You
there's
said-
one more a little bit further kind of northeast. That one's fucked.
Oh.
From what we've heard.
Oh no.
Okay, so
Okay. So in that case, we could then go back up the road towards the Husner River and presumably follow that up northeast.
yeah, if we want
we
to do a
have a-
final show at Matt and Cleve, we can do a final show at Matt and Cleve, and then we can head off to where we need to go next.
Okay.
Because it's not going to be like we're going to solve the problems here.
Look,
In all
you
this one
direct
area.
the circus. I have
Yeah.
no stake in this decision.
Very well.
You know this area more than we do at the moment, so if you think Life Route's the better option for us at the moment, we'll send our circus to Caston Lee, and we'll take it from there.
I have
Right,
no
that's-
idea what's the better option for you. I haven't been with this circus in 6 months.
Not
There are a
circus.
variety of factors
Circus-
I'm assuming you're considering.
I would say we do Life Route Stone. It'll be convenient for the circus to go down the road to Caston Lee, rather than trying to cut across country to Old Forest Tower, which will probably take us past Caston Lee anyway. It seems like
Exactly.
the next logical step on our route. If we know what we need to do in the immediate future, which is these 2 towers, and maybe somewhere along the journey we could eke out a bit more useful information. But until then, I think we're good.
If we do Life Route, we might get the Flower Tower. Flower Tower
See.
power.
That seems to be the case.
Well, it says stone, so if it's not earth, it's probably going to... If it's not plants, it's probably going to be stone.
I mean, you have been
Yeah.
hearing about the moving statues, right?
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
I've
that those were
been-
those things that Fidget took apart.
No, that wouldn't be classified as a
yeah.
statue.
I've been dared to touch one.
I'll join you in
Look.
that if you do it.
Fidget, you should
I-
lick one.
No. Do not touch the giant, the stony things, the Life Route Stone, which is probably going to kill us like everything else does in this town.
You absolutely should. Nothing's killed you yet.
Not through lack of
Why would
trying.
it wait for us to touch it?
You can lick it when it's dead. How does that sound?
Okay.
And tell us how it tastes, and if it'll work well in a stew.
Okay, well we know where the circus is going. We're going to set up in Caston Lee. I think we leave them to do that, and then we try and sort out what the hell's going on with Jake. In the meantime,
Presuming he doesn't die first.
well,
Working
that's
on
the
it.
idea.
I'm surprised I'm still going, to be honest.
On the upside, you didn't have a nightmare last night.
I know. Yay!
I was real worried when I'm going to take you back to last night. Oh no.
Mhm.
That's what I thought as well.
No, you got Tattletale Karrick there.
How fucking dare he? We were having fun together.
Yes, murder is fun. He was
Yeah!
at 11.
Murder.
Well, at first he had fun with you, and now he's going to have fun with you.
So unless nothing else is needed, or like, what's Fidget doing in this time? Fidget, your
Flicking
family
things.
have been going around selling hangover cures in exchange of duties around the campsite.
Okay.
So essentially to the rustabouts mostly of saying, well, we'll give you this hangover cure, but like we don't like doing this. So how about you do this the next time we need to?
And I approve of that.
Yeah.
Oh. So before or after this whole conversation?
During,
after.
before, and maybe even after. So
Okay.
you can pick one.
Because she woke up during the conversation.
Okay.
I was gonna say she was there during the conversation, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
After would be probably packing, because apparently we're going somewhere,
Okay.
and trying to figure out a new recipe for stone drop soup.
Explain what stone drop soup is.
Have none of
Easy
you ever
GM
heard the
here.
tale of stone drop soup?
No.
Oh, okay. It's a children's story basically about how a village needs to learn how to cooperate, and it starts with them, an old woman going into the center of town and just boiling a pot of water with a stone in it, and one by one, all of the villagers add their own thing to it because they don't have enough for a whole soup, but they do have one ingredient, and so everyone adds more and more ingredients until it's an actual stew. But at the very beginning,
Okay.
she just says it's stone drop soup.
Okay.
My childhood soup from a kid's book was called mouse soup.
Not rat stew.
Ironic.
So unless something else, unless you like, there's something else you want to do. The day progresses slowly for some, faster for others, depending on how much you're doing. And people were like, the tent is slowly pulled down by the late afternoon, and things are going to be at least put to about. It's about a day before everything's wagoned up. But if you want to go tomorrow, like go early ahead, that's okay. Or if you want to wait another day and go with the circus to Castellan, you can do that too. So which one would you be preferring to do? Or is there anything you'd like to do still in town?
Well, we need to be figuring out. Probably go to the funeral parlor, check on everything there, because we arranged to have a look around I arranged to have a look around the funeral parlor the last time we talked to him,
Okay.
to make sure that we can have a good look around to see if there's anything else we're missing.
And I think since we failed so miserably last time, Uaine would like to head back into town and try and get any more information that we can about what's been going on.
Yeah. Unless there's something that you want to specifically go towards. I think I'm going to hate to say this, the Jake problem is probably the more pressing problem at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Only a ticking clock.
Yeah.
I mean, it's paused for the moment. There was no nightmare last night.
I know.
And the
That's-
nightmare before that was self-induced. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Like everyone of my characters has a tragic backstory.
So with that, I think we'll take a break. And it looks like we're having a look around Opper Vandy's house. For any clues to what's going on. Is that in everybody?
Woo.
Lorian.
Lorian? Is that
You're
in everybody?
muted.
Unless you ask Lieriel, specifically, like, she doesn't take initiative to go with you. If you ask her, and you're vaguely convincing about it, then she might tag along. But if you don't ask her, she is kind of just doing her own thing. That's been a theme. She doesn't do things out of friendliness yet. You haven't unlocked that.
You haven't
again.
unlocked that bonus trait yet.
Yeah. You have
Yes,
to level up your friendship first. Gotta get at least one heart.
Can I give you a shiny rock?
You can give her a shiny rock. She will accept shiny rocks. Is that a request to go with you? Or is that just... Here's a shiny rock.
It's just here's a shiny rock.
That will get you a thank you.
So, are we going to break or what?
We'll go on a break.
Okay.
I will say, if we are gonna pick up right at the house, then Azzy will probably approach Larry and just say, "Hey, we're gonna try and help Jake with these nightmares things. It seems like it's a religious occult, something along those lines. And any knowledge that you
Better than
might
that,
have-
any of you?
Sorry?
You said it's a religious occult sort of thing, and then you went, and I said better than that at any of than better at
Yes.
that
Yeah.
than any of you.
I'm not even
Yeah.
bashful about that. You're the most knowledgeable of all of us.
Yeah.
On that sort of stuff. Your help might save his life, and So, could you tag
Yeah, I'll
along?
go.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Just let me know when you're leaving.
Yep, will do.
And with that, we'll break and we'll come back with the exploration of Opper Vandy's house. Oh, dun, dun, dun. It's like,
How dare
I
you
was
make me
not prepped
feel
for that, so
responsible.
I've got 10 minutes to prep. We'll be right back. See you soon.
Oh yeah.
And now we're coming in one at a time, of course.
Hello.
And my
Hi.
internet spikes. Yay. So, welcome back. We are off our break and we have had some really interesting conversations, of course. And we've had a little bit of time to just like mellow out. But we're on our way to Opper Vandy's house. Are we going in daytime or are we going at nighttime?
I'll go in
I think we'll go
daytime.
the day.
Oh, who am I fun?
day first.
No problem. Let's
No,
work the
we're on our way from happiness to misery. Thank you very much. There we go.
There we go. Yep, we're old. Hey,
Moving on.
moving on. So Upper Vandy's house its home is obvious wealth constructed by red brick with white granite accents. Wooden shingles cover the roof between three tall brick chimneys. The roof at its peak, the roof. Let's try that again. At the roof's peak is a weather vane the shape of a cockatrice. A path of crushed gravel leads to the front stairs, as well as a path goes around the house. Wide stairs raise to the front porch between the stately inset windows. The base of the stairs is flanked by a pair of decorative stone urns from which grow small plants. The stone front is set into the wall next to the front doors. And I will actually put you onto a map because we actually do have a map.
Oh, gods.
Just in case, of course.
You remember that we saw this before.
I know.
I never actually used it to its purpose. So let's drag some characters onto this.
I've bluffed with a combat map before. It's great as a GM.
It really is. It really is. Especially when you put in so much detail. I believe that's everybody, and everyone should have their visions.
Yep.
And we'll actually. There we go.
Is Opper around or is Opper not here today?
So Opper enters the door. Yes, I was expecting you before you left town. I just have to say we do have a visitor in the parlor at the moment. You can still search the parlor, just be discreet, and I'm sure you'll be fine. And I've got to pop that out.
Okay.
But yes, I'll trust you to be discreet about things. But yes, if you need anything, just ask. I'll most likely be in the parlor or up in my study. And he gives you the run of the house if need be.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vandy. Also, did you go to the circus yesterday?
Yes, I did. It was quite explosive. It was very entertaining. The alcohol wasn't to my liking, but
Are you more of a sherry
Seemed to be the
person?
liking of everybody else's, at least.
Oh, they loved it.
And everybody left in high spirits.
And that's the
So-
important thing. Do you think it should help the feeling of the town?
I mean, I think it already has.
Then we've done what we need to do.
I've already been down to the docks this morning, and
Mm-hmm.
things are a bit more cheery than what it has been.
Well, that's good at least. So I'm glad we had to help the town, and also making sure that we found the blockage at the tower, and we have to clear that out for you as well. So hopefully we can do. Hopefully this area should come back to at least a little bit more than what it used to be, in both mental and physical.
I put a hand on Fidget's shoulder to stop them from spinning. Wait, where the fuck did they go?
Fidget spinner. It's gotta happen. It's a fidget spinner.
Oh, she was spinning and then her token disappeared.
Everything did.
Oh.
Token was removed from map.
No, token went to GM layer.
Ah,
Yeah, I put
It was
a
either
hand on
just going
Fidget's
straight to map, which
shoulder
also
to stop her
removes
from
that.
spinning. Because I'm assuming that that's what you were trying to indicate by
Oh yeah.
rotating her token. Yeah. Just as they're talking, just a hand drops on your shoulder.
Also do that.
Mm-hmm.
okay. Again, thank you very much. We'll keep the street at the moment, at least, to figure out what's going on, because something's going on, and we're just trying to figure out what's going on.
Fidget spinner.
He just
Well
got-
done, Kay. Fucking
You're
brilliant,
welcome.
Kay. I cannot take credit for that.
Took a while, but yeah. But either way. So, you have the run of the house
Mm-hmm.
and
Well,
explore away if you wish.
Can we?
So what
can
we-
go
what
in?
we're looking
Can
for
we just
is
go in? We
some-
can just go in.
what we're looking for is just paperwork, other stuff that could potentially give us some idea what's going on,
So-
especially with
It helps if you stay together for the descriptions of the rooms.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
because we
never.
can't see anything, like it's hard to tell
Yeah.
what even each room
Yeah.
is.
so, if you zoom in, it helps a little, quite a bit. But so the main entranceway opens up to several different doors, and also a sitting room to the right, and the parlor into the left, which is where they do the where the bodies are presented to loved ones so they can pay their respects over the time. There's a small elephant's head on the inside of the walkway, mounted on the wall, which is a bit strange. And also there is a young woman laying on the slab, so to speak, on the presentation table. I cannot pronounce what it is supposed to be called, but yes, in the viewing parlor. And can I get a perception check for Jake, please?
20. Oh,
Would you like to re-roll?
yes, I'm going to reroll
Or
that.
isn't bad.
I need to remove two cards out of my thing.
Mhm.
So,
All
perception.
right, we got a new card.
Okay, better than average. So 27.
Okay, so 27. The 27, you recognize that the woman is young adult, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Hair quite frizzled and messy, and you see that she's got paint on her hand and a little bit on her arm, and it seems like the same color as you were working on last night and scrubbing. Lieriel, on the other hand, doesn't need a perception check because Lieriel sees one of the miscreants from last night.
Well, it wasn't
On the
me that
flag.
killed them. I didn't do persistent damage. I just look at the kid. Young woman. Everyone's a kid to Lieriel. Lieriel's fucking 100 and whatever.
The woman, early 20s, late teens, thereabouts.
Yeah.
Looks like she's spent a lot of time in the rough, living in the streets, or yeah.
I mean, the first thing that you should learn living on the streets, at least in Lieriel's opinion, is fuck around and find out.
And second one should be don't get caught.
Yeah, like, don't get into trouble that you can't get yourself out of.
You also notice that like she's got dark rings around her eyes, as if she hasn't been sleeping well.
Great, maybe she was having nightmares and I'm not the one who killed her. That was just, the last action that put her over the edge. Anyway, I'm bored of that room, so Lieriel's not really looking in there.
I'm more curious about how small is this elephant head, and is it a real elephant head?
It looks like a real elephant head, but it's bigger than... It's a small elephant, but yes, still quite large. For
Correct me if I'm wrong, that's the viewing parlour, correct?
Yes, that's the viewing parlour.
Alright.
And that's just a sitting room to the other side.
I would respectfully walk in.
How high is the elephant head?
It's mounted, so...
Like on the wall?
Fidget might have to... That's outside.
Elephant.
Like if I lift
head
up
on the wall.
Fidget.
Then Fidget can lick it, if that's the...
Cool. I'm gonna look at Fidget. Do you want to lick it?
Sure.
Or touch
lick
it.
it
I
I
know
don't
what
know.
it tastes like, but let's go for it.
I'll lift Fidget. I mean, you can do whatever with it. I don't care. She just
Texted me
lifts,
before.
lifts Fidget up.
Azzy,
Yeah?
can you do me a favour and just help me have a look in this room? There's something we're
yeah,
missing.
For sure. Sure.
And I would... what's your perception, Azzy? Is it 15? Expert 15, master.
Expert.
You're an expert in 15? Dang. I'm master
She has
15.
like one of the horns.
Your master
Oh.
15. What's your wisdom?
0.
Well, mine's 2. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The math checks out.
Math.
So searching.
Searching, so did you want to aid me or do you want me to aid you?
It
Actually, I've asked
will
you to
make a
come
difference.
in.
If you aid because you're a master, I would get a
Yeah.
higher bonus.
Okay, I'll do that then.
New systems, even though we've been playing this for 3 years.
Slightly revamped systems.
Yeah, slightly revamped.
So 30.
That's a
So you-
well, the ADC is 15 now, so that is a crit, which means
Yeah, it's a
I
crit.
get +3 if you're a master.
Yes.
So,
And I need to double check it, but don't forget I have my diplomacy BS.
Okay, so
For some
can
reason in my brain that translated to I have a, BS was like Bachelor of Science too. Like I have a bachelor's degree in
Basically,
diplomacy.
I do, yes.
27 plus 3.
plus
plus
yes.
Yes.
So it's the same difference.
Searching around the room, the two main things in the room is the
Body.
slab and the body, of course, and the big large fireplace. There's also a cabinet, and going through the cabinet, you find
Go through
inside
the
drawer-
cabinet. Snoop.
Mhm. So one of the table ends. So one of the ends of the table is a drawer, and that's what not cabinet is, a drawer. And you notice inside there is a number of funeral-related documents, including a letter from Karrick Grange, thanking Vandy for his generosity in taking care of the burial expenses of a drunkard named Uga Swinton. So young Gore Swinton, dated 7 years ago.
that mean anything to you?
It feels like I know the name Swinton before.
Tilda Swinton. Right. I'm gonna start. God help me taking notes. The world's worst note taker, but I will.
Oh, I'm
try.
doing that as well. Younger Swinton.
Meanwhile,
It's why I
it looks
play
like
love
Fidget
with
is
some
playing in the
characters.
fireplace.
I'm looking for possible papers being burned up. Like, try to hide things. Or at least that's her excuse.
So you can do a perception, do an investigation.
Fidget,
What?
are you peeking?
Depends on your definition of peeking. Oops.
Well, I'm just saying, I believe that you could do a really good job. You're small and you're sneaky and you're very sharp. So I know you'll find what you need.
She doesn't.
Well, it's a 27 to assist.
But she rolled a natural 3.
Yeah. Well.
So searching
A
around,
natural 3, like up to a 16. That's not the worst.
so searching around the fireplace, and it doesn't seem to have any paper or anything like that, or any scraps that would indicate paper or anything suspicious in there. Certainly nothing that's got writing or evidence on it of any wrongdoing.
Okie dokie.
And that's the front of the house.
Why do I really want to leave clues so that Fidget can find them and feel proud of herself?
Because
Like,
you're
is
a
anyone else
troublemaker.
getting that urge?
Little bit.
Touch.
I think it was just that it was a natural 3. Like, I feel so bad.
Who it's from?
My evil plan.
Putting the little Blue's Clues stamp.
Mm-hmm. A little rat's paw. It just findings.
So in the parlor, there's doors that go north to which you know is the dining room, the viewing parlor. In the hallway, there's 2 other doors, one to the north, one to the side.
Are either of them locked?
You have free reign.
That's where it's from. Swinton.
That's where what's from.
You should be able to go through the doors if you need.
Swinton.
Swinton?
I'm looking through. I actually have notes in a notepad. I know. I'm horrible.
Are you?
Old Curr's place. Swinton, I think, was referred to in his meanderings. It would make sense Azzy wouldn't remember because of what happened to Azzy there.
The haunt.
Yeah.
What about the haunt?
Swinton was there was what the haunt was saying was referring to Swinton.
Was it? Cool. Well, because technically, that we found out because of the incapacitation trait that didn't actually kill Azzy, so he would be aware of it. Yeah, the phantasmal killer was a lower level than I was, so
Okay.
it didn't actually kill me outright.
I was actually saying more
But
trauma.
we only realized that after I had a fucking panic attack.
Mm. Yeah, no, the amount of trauma that would have given you, I
Fantastic.
would assume that you would have forgotten about it. I apologize.
I think Azzy would have been like, it would have been like, if you remind him, he'd be like, oh yeah, like I was so angry and like horrified. I burned, like I tore down that building.
Yeah. You had your you were cathartically demolishing a building for the town.
Sure. So what's the haunt, the ghost said something about
I can't
Swinton.
remember exactly what was being said because I didn't write that down. But I remember hearing Swinton. Okay, there's nothing else in this room I would move on.
Hmm.
Is apart from the bottom slab, there's no one else in here?
No.
Nothing in its
Okay.
pockets.
No, you don't do that. I don't do
You
that anyway.
absolutely do that.
I don't do that.
Are you doing that?
I mean, I
But
don't have
does
a use
Fidget-
for it.
Do a thief?
They're not using it.
Wait, are you doing it subtly, or are you just doing it?
I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I'm just doing it.
Can I try and distract Jake?
I assume that Fidget's doing this as Jake's leaving the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like Lieriel, because I'm assuming that Lieriel, with her perception, would notice Fidget doing this. Will ask Jake
Well-
to like explain the haunt more to pull his gaze away from Fidget.
Okay.
All right.
He's
So
like
what
yelling
I
over
want is
He's like,
we'll do it this way. Instead of just doing a straight distraction, your diplomacy your distraction roll is essentially Fidget's thievery roll versus the perception.
okay.
So the DC
Well-
will be Jake's perception for your
Perception,
distraction. So Jake's perception DC.
perception is 15, so it'll be 25.
Yeah, 25. Well, it's gonna be deception, not diplomacy,
Oh,
because I'm
that's what I
not
mean.
doing this to be nice. I'm
that's
doing this
social.
to help Fidget do something very not nice.
I like how I follow
Yeah,
my lead, and now
36.
someone else has to roll.
Critical.
That's a critical success.
That's a critical. So Jake would then spend the next 5-10 minutes talking to Lieriel because they weren't with them at the haunt, so
Mhm.
establishing what happened, establishing the trauma that Azzy went through.
Meanwhile,
Basically, I mean, well, you were there as Lizzie, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
meanwhile,
Lieriel
you
wasn't.
find a ticket to the circus and a river stone, a polished river stone
Shiny
in the
rock.
pocket.
Excellent. I'm keeping
They're
the
not
rock
using
and
it.
going straight north.
I follow Fidget.
Yeah, Uaine is following everyone room to room and just throwing out compliments to assist.
The elegant dining room has a long mahogany table with 10 comfortable chairs and a sideboard with several bottles of liquor and wine, as well as a small cask of ale, a chandelier, and of crystal with red quartz. A chandelier of crystal and red quartz hangs above the table. Yeah.
What's this over here? Like, there's a little bump out, and I can like kind of see around
So
this. Is this like a curtain?
So that's a curtain that covers. It's not a straight door, but it's a curtain
Mhm.
that's covering that.
Cool.
instead
I
of a
am
door.
peeking around that.
So you're peeking around that. We'll move into there, so you
Yeah.
can see into
I'm-
what looks to be a kitchen.
I'm going to
Okay,
check the
that's
liquor
cool.
cabinet just in case.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Checking it for what though?
If
Liquor.
there's anything
Liquor.
worth, yeah. Is there
There's
anything
a
I
lot
should be
of very
excited about?
expensive liquors here.
Hmm.
Remember,
least-
we're here as
Not very, but quality liquors.
remember we're here as guests. If we take anything, they'll probably know it was us.
Aren't you here to help this person?
We are help. We are here to help.
So it's
However-
payment. Also, you never know. Liquors are spirits. Perhaps there could
I
be.
don't think it's
some
the right
connection
kind of
there.
spirits here, unless there's a spirit in there called ghosts, ghosty goblin drinks.
Do I see spirits ghouly ghosty goblin drink in here?
No, you don't.
It's usually from the land
It's too
down
high
under,
class, apparently.
Yeah. apparently.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking to take anything. I just wanted to know, what quality they're working with here.
They're the lead of the area.
Planning
so I
anything
assume-
else anytime
decent.
soon?
Sorry, what was that?
Lieriel asked Uaine when
Mhm.
they were looking, when they said, just looking to see what they were working with. Planning a funeral anytime soon?
No, but it's always good to know what someone likes to drink. Tell a lot about him about that.
Fair enough.
Are you planning a funeral anytime soon?
Oh no, I send my dead out to sea and then forget they ever existed.
Right, that's good to know.
Okay.
I buried them with a stick.
If there's nothing else in this room, Jake will work on to the next room.
Nothing else in the room.
And nothing in the kitchen?
North here. North is the kitchen.
Kitchen. Move everyone
I
into the
went-
kitchen area.
Okay.
Yeah, you went into what was the pantry.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So,
Face to the wall, like Homer
Yeah.
Simpson through the
Yeah.
edge.
A7. So this well-equipped kitchen with an iron grill to cover the low fireplace next to a brick oven. Large chopping block occupies the center of the room. Beneath a rack of hanging cutlery, counters and storage cabinets along the north wall. Against the west is a stone sink that's fed by a cistern upstairs. But nothing looks out of the ordinary here. Everything looks to be well equipped.
It's a decent kitchen.
Yeah.
I miss a good kitchen sometimes.
Open up some of these doors so you can just like.
Yeah, they're not doors, they're just like they're layers and they're lighting layers, aren't they?
It's just in the lighting. So
Yeah.
this was set up differently to how Roll20 now does things. So I'm just going to open things up.
I love the new doors.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, in one of the projects I've just finished, I've been using secret doors as lighting layer breakers.
So just
I do a
deleting
lot of-
those.
I do a lot of work on
Right.
this one.
Well, it seems like we've really just gone to kind of the boring normal areas
Yeah.
of the house, which
Agreed.
probably don't hold any secrets. Maybe we could go to
The morgue.
a morgue, a bedroom,
Well-
a library.
Agreed.
I don't know what this house is.
Yeah, we're walking around figuring out the lay of the house. We haven't really been given the option to walk around much around upstairs and
Yeah.
downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to
You
miss
could always
anything.
What
split
is this
up.
little back room here?
Oh god, no, I'm not splitting up.
Oh.
Is this an icebox?
Okay, so I'll in the lighting layer. A8. Steps descend into a dark bricked wall chamber lined with large ice blocks, packed with straw, meat, and other perishable foodstuffs hanging from the hooks that occupy the ceiling.
Does
Okay,
any of
let's
it look
take
humanoid?
Oh,
How are you checking?
Do you think Mr. Vandy
I'm
choose on a rat?
Looking
choose on a
through
finger?
it,
Do they taste humanoid?
I have a pretty high medicine.
So medicine is a way of checking. So would you like to roll a medicine to check?
Oh god. Does
Sure,
Fidget,
I was
That's
mostly
butchery.
shit posting, but
does Fidget lick something and Fidget's tongue gets stuck to it?
I said I'd also check.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
oh god.
I'm gonna re-roll that. That is
Rolls a 1.
not. That's not good for me. Why are my cards not? I'm just gonna re-roll it and then deal with the card.
Yes, that's preferable.
There we go.
Whoa.
That's what we're looking for. Are these human bodies?
If they weren't, they are now.
I
They
hope.
are not human bodies. You're quite certain in that.
Boo.
Okay, well, if that's... They're not
I
human
looked through
bodies.
everything just to make sure there's not like a secret stash of human hearts somewhere.
I mean, unless we're
There's
grabbing
nothing-
a snack, perhaps we go elsewhere.
Out of curiosity, what kind of meat is it?
Yeah, do I know
it
what
looks
kind of
like
meat?
meat, pork, things like good quality, especially for this area, which is seeing a downturn in its farming community, like its farming produce.
Mhm.
Everything still looks to be good
Yeah.
and like good cuts and whatnot of the meats.
I just look over to Azzy because I think he was in there with me for a second. I just go, not human, just rich.
Okay.
I love it. Not human, just rich. Well, you said you want to go to the morgue. Where would that be?
Yeah,
Would that be
is that-
downstairs in the cellar? Or would that be upstairs?
It might be a separate building. Because there was a building out back.
Well, we can deal with all of this
Did you want
because
to
hopefully
split
there's
up?
more interesting stuff
No, we're not
upstairs,
splitting up.
and then
Not
we can go.
splitting
Half go
up.
downstairs, half go outside.
Nope.
I think that we should go and we should split up. But that's also because I am with the GM and wanting to do the evil thing right now.
And shenanigans are easier when you're split up.
Shenanigans are easier when you're split up.
That's the shenanigans are easy when you split up. However,
I want to be a bad influence on Fidget, and I can't do that if Jake's there.
oh gee, whatever will I do?
I'm just gonna usher Fidget along.
Okay,
Well, I'm going to quickly
Go.
pop outside and check what that building over there is.
okay, let's sort of splitting up then.
I'll
I will
be right
go
back.
with
Don't-
Azzy.
I will.
I will be right back. I'm saying this to Del and to Lieriel. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
I follow Fidget, and then I wait outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I'll
Fidget's
go
shut
with
in the
Azzy
room.
where they're going.
Yeah, when you will, and then follow these two.
Perfect. Thank you.
Team responsible versus Team chaotic.
I mean,
Look, Larry
you know
was on
I'm-
team responsible for way too long.
You know I'm more than a
It's
bit
One thing when the
chaotic.
GM is one thing when the GM is trying to coerce us, but when another player is trying to be like coerce us, then I have to lean into that.
Yeah. If the GM says no, you want to split up? It's like no. If another player says you want to split up, yes.
Precisely. So, I'm just going to quickly poke my head into here and see what this place is all about.
So if
Jack,
you're going
wanna
to get the backpack. So if you go into the back, looks like a outhouse, not an outhouse, but like a what do they call it at farms? Like a tertiary building. As you
Shed?
go- it's not really a
Yeah,
shed.
shed would work.
Dutch barn?
So you find this chamber. This chamber has strong odor of chemicals and decay. Long brass table stands on the south wall. Let's get this down here. Long brass stands on the south wall. At the foot of it is a stained iron grate. It is fixed in the floor near a pair of barrels and a bucket. The north wall holds a work table with a variety of unusual implements, including a large syringe with tubing attached with a glass tank filled with a cloudy fluid. A large number of surgical instruments, some are still showing bloodstains. The back wall of the chamber is covered with shelving that holds hundreds of urns of clay, stone, and metal, as well as blank nameplates in brass. And even a few gravestones that have yet to be inscribed the names of the deceased.
Ah,
Now, aren't you glad I didn't follow you?
Well, this is a
Little bit.
cheery place.
it's a morgue.
But I mean, you got to clean up your equipment. It shouldn't still be bloody.
That is true. That just seems unhygienic.
Can I have medicine, please?
Medicine. Oh,
Rom?
I'm not good at that.
No.
Now you're not pleased that Lyriel's not there.
Unless Jake is also.
Oh, Jake's next Azzy. He'll look in as well.
I feel like with the heights, like Uaine's just standing behind
Medicine.
all of them and just looking straight in.
With my +2 untrained. 20.
You don't think it's morgue? Like, there's certainly work going on, but not a morgue.
That's more concerning.
Mm.
Uaine, this is also for Jake's 129. It's more about preserving.
Because if someone has to stay and lie in situ for a couple of days, you want to embalm them or something.
You said that meat wasn't human.
Oh. Okay.
Is where they put this. I assume this is where they do the embalming.
Actually,
Isn't that
I don't think
essentially
Azzy would
a
know- I
morgue,
don't think
though?
Azzy would know what that is. What's embalming?
It's a way of preserving a body so that
Yeah.
other people can come and see it.
Yeah, you usually embalm a body, get remove all the blood, excess liquid, so it doesn't decompose as quickly. You've been around dead bodies before, don't you? Know how bad fish smells like after it's been dead for like 1 or 2 days?
Well, no, because they do the thing so that fish doesn't smell like that after 1 or 2 days.
This is the human version of what you do with fish.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, usually we just without in the tribe at least, we would just return the bodies to the ocean.
Yeah, well, some people here burn the bodies after they've been viewed. Some people bury them.
But no, but
This is
the
what-
way you explained it with like being the fish thing, that makes sense to me. Okay, yeah, pretty grisly.
Very grisly, but unfortunately, we might have to go and have a look inside of the room. Hooray!
Oh, Joe, should we get the
Look
other-
inside. What are the others doing?
I mean, so
Are
I
you
assume
going
they're
inside
still
or
in the
not?
kitchen.
Oh, I'm going inside.
Okay.
Shit, they're gone.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they're gone.
As Jake moves into the embalming room, as he walks away,
Okay.
Oh no.
and as he walks to the kitchen, where's the other two?
Where's everyone
Where'd
gone?
you go?
Where did Fidget go? Because Lieriel was with Fidget, and I just wasn't on the page.
Fidget slipped away.
Fidget has vanished into their own
Where's
cheek pouch.
Fidget? Where did Fidget go?
Found you, motherfucker.
I don't know, but we're separated even more than you hoped.
No, because that was Dell that was on a different page.
Okay.
Karsh.
was
Literally, Lieriel's
trying.
only purpose was following
Yeah.
Fidget around.
I was trying. I was trying.
You want me to roll stealth?
You can. Do you want me to roll perception?
No, it's Fidget stealth versus your perception. DC.
But literally, Lieriel was just following Fidget around, encouraging her to do mischievous things.
And I took so many sharp turns.
Yes, but you realise that three rides will be back to where we were.
So does that beat Lieriel?
That does actually pass. So yeah, okay. Lieriel's just gonna go fuck around. Lieriel's assuming that Fidget is no. Lieriel's going this way.
Okay.
I don't know where that takes me, but Lieriel's going that way. Lieriel doesn't assume that Fidget would be where Fidget is.
So I will go to my layer so you can see kind of what's there, because I don't like how they do this. That's wrong, but it should be a map. Hell, not really. Come on.
Is it one of the ones where the 2 floors are on the same page?
No, but the thing should be at the front, not the back. Like one of those ones. So when you put it onto the map layer, it goes to the back of the map layer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to copy that actually. Map layer.
Yeah, Lieriel's not like a lost child. Like when you're like, "Hey, don't move," and then someone will eventually find you. She's like, "Nah, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna go where I want."
And once you're done with Lieriel, Fidget's going to go down those stairs once she's pretty sure she's lost everyone.
You're gonna go down the stairs in the house.
Yes.
Fantastic. I love that.
Okay,
Because you want to know where Lieriel's going?
up the stairs. Okay. We find ourselves
The party.
essentially one going up, one going down.
Oh boy.
We'll do down first.
Ooh.
Just
Because I'm going to need to run when someone screams. Joke's on you.
you don't
I hear
run.
that sound every day
You
in my
saunter.
nightmare. It's true. Lieriel does pretty much a saunter.
So Fidget goes down the stairs. Once she knows that like Lieriel's going upstairs, you take the opportunity to go down. You find yourself going downstairs, and there's another stairs that go up to the outside. But on a small landing, there's stairs which go further down into a small basement.
Ooh. Exciting. I'll continue going down.
It's cooler here. Well, you can continue going down if you wish. You have your full control. There we go. Nice, thank you. The stairs lead both from the outside and the interior of the house. In addition, there seems to be a coal chute that you can be accessed. You can smell faintly of sewage in the area as well. There's what is it? And seems to be a copper septic tank which runs out of the wall. There is pipes leading to that. The floor has bits of broken furniture and what looks to be a half-made coffin. An incomplete coffin, and a number of discarded gravestones that appear to be broken, possibly in the course of being created and just accidentally, like errors in the chiseling or cracked in the chiseling, possibly. There's this unnerving to this place, even for Fidget's curiosity, and there's your fur, your hair starts having that little bit of like that staticness, that little bit of like a on-end feel.
So she takes a quick drink of something, and there's two things I'm curious about. The first thing is the coal bucket chute thing, and the second is that tank.
So take your power potions, your protein pills.
And into the coal chute, figure out what's going on there.
You're going into the coal chute?
Small creature, yeah, it works.
You find
I
yourself
love it.
in the dark with coal dust around you, and disturbing the coal dust. You can hear noises. You can hear movement above you.
Okay, I look up.
You're in a coal chute. You're in like essentially a box. There's it seems to be a passage that goes above you, but you don't see where it goes.
No idea what it's for except coal.
Possibly. And then we move to, I think, upstairs. Because again, we've got to maximize the split up here. Upstairs, Lieriel finds herself into a long corridor with many, many doors.
Ah, wonderful. 1 second. Let's see. Well, I will take a peek down here.
You find yourself in a bathroom.
Cool.
And then a closet
See
to
a
the
little
bathroom.
closet. Gonna look around here.
Give me a moment. I've got to actually do these a bit. That one. So that's 13. Looks to be a smaller bedroom. You don't believe it to be the master bedroom, but yeah, you would say that this is a smaller bedroom.
I'll just take a quick look in like the drawers and stuff and peek into all the other rooms.
This looks to be maybe a guest bedroom, and there's a bedroom to the north as well. To the south, though, there's a large closet, and there seems to be an attic access.
Oh, I'm going into the attic.
Okay. You going into the attic?
Yeah. You shouldn't have tempted me like that.
Meanwhile...
Okay.
And they didn't want to split up. God, I love this. Meanwhile...
We have to give you at least one Christmas present for Christmas. Happy Christmas, Karsh.
in the kitchen, Azzy, you start hearing things.
Oh, gods, they've
Rats
gone.
at the walls.
Wait, what's that?
There's something moving. I can't see anything, but something's close to you.
Do I get the sense that it's something invisible?
You can hear something moving close to you, but you can't see anything.
Like, is it like footfalls, like footsteps on the ground?
Scratching, maybe. Footpads are
like
scratching.
it could be coming from the walls.
Yeah, does it come from the walls or from the walls?
Could be from the walls. Or from above or from below.
Nope. No. I do not like this. I'm going back. I'm immediately going back outside and I'm going to get Jake and Uaine.
Meanwhile, back in the coal chute underneath you directly,
It is rats in the walls.
you hear movement. You hear something
Above you.
above you.
Why is this giving me cask Amontillado vibes?
Fidget?
Mortician appears and locks Fidget in.
What
I was
I
trying to
do was
decide
you
whether
meddling
to climb
fidgets.
up the chute or to go look at that tank thing and try and figure out what it's holding.
You can always do one after the other, provided that you don't die first.
That's the real trick, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll start the tank.
Okay, you hop out of the coal chute, and like the tank seems to be sealed. Like, how are you going to try to open it?
Explosives.
Nothing could go
Just a
wrong.
little, right?
So, fully sealed, are there pipes going in and out?
There are pipes going in and out.
It's
Is it,
literally just the water tank.
I think it's just a poop. It's the
he's sort of
pooper.
fascinating? I mean, fascinating thingy thing?
As in, are there like valves and whatnot?
Like
there
nuts
are.
and bolts.
There's certainly looks like one of the top pipes could be taken off and opened.
Okay then. Sounds like a plan.
So can I get a craft roll, please?
Any chance I could do engineering lore instead?
Either one. I was just assuming that craft would be super high for you, but okay.
Well, craft is super high, but lore DCs are usually lower than normal skill DCs. And I'll start with the crafting.
So while there's other valves around, you do find one. You look around and like there's certainly above on the top. I mean, you can scramble. You can like move one of the coffins up and place it to be able to scramble up on top of this large tank. And you find one which you can. It looks like it does detach, but it takes a little bit of toting and whatnot. And you attach one of the pipes on the top. Can I have a fortitude, please?
And a big whiff.
As the stench of the septic tank, which I did say is a septic tank. I mean, yes. Okay.
Uh-oh.
You have
It smells. I've had smells before.
I mean, you've smelled. Rat folk are not too bad about living in the sewers. It's okay. But this is a septic tank. And quite obviously that as soon as you unheal and release the smell that was being built up, it now stinks. Doesn't affect you though.
Fidget tries to remember how much we like the person who owns this place. I don't remember much about them.
So do you close
So
it
does
back up or do
Fidget?
you leave it open?
That's what Fidget's trying to decide.
That's the key. How much do we like this person?
Does Fidget know though?
Yeah. Like, is this a Loki question or is this a Fidget question?
Yeah.
I'll start with Loki, and if there's nothing there, then I'll.
We're
go with
we're
the
trying to help
Fidget
them.
Decision.
We're trying to help
Yeah.
them, and they did say we had run out of the house, so they're not being dicks.
Okay. Yeah, I'll close it back then.
Okay.
was
With
expecting
the
you to
initial
drop-
20, then you can.
Yeah.
So the initial crafting skill, yes, no problem closing back up. You didn't damage it in the unscrewing or anything.
I half expected to drop like a little firecracker into it and seal it up.
I was
It's
hoping
not
to.
porcelain.
That would have been excellent.
I
I
know.
was still hoping to. I think we should go outside. Back to the embalming area. What are you doing, Uaine? Jake?
Well,
Uaine?
Uaine.
Uaine.
Do I remember as I think Enya and put you at the front?
Yeah, it's Ooh and then Enya the singer. Uaine.
Ooh, Enya.
Ooh, Inya.
Wait, is it oo or you?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Technically, it's like the actual pronunciation is Uaine, but like that is like not very. So they just did it with
Mhm.
because it sounds happier.
What are you up to while everyone is
Well-
gone elsewhere?
Jake could be looking around trying to figure out what's in here. There's got to be reasons for something.
Yeah, Uaine is looking, but is also like. So you seem to know more about what's going on here. So I genuinely believe you've got this, and I'm going to try and assist in the search by gabbing, because that's what I do. That's a 27 to assist,
All right.
Master.
Dang. All right. And Jake will just be spending the time talking to Enya's, giving the saying that he did well in the circus last night while doing searching. Just small general chit chat.
Yeah, I did want to say like thank you for. I didn't know how much that would mean to me, so thank you.
That's okay. So would that be a perceived check on Karsh's thing? Okay. I'm re-rolling that because a
Here we
2.
go. We're using those rerolls.
I'm using those re-rolls because, dang, I don't. Okay, so
Just 100
Because-
bits or $1.
a
Much
34.
better.
And that A gave me how many? Because it wasn't a crit.
It's
3.
it was
Plus
yeah
3.
3.
37.
37.
So as you're thinking, like, where would they hide things? Like, well, you can see some of the vials and whatnot, so you can see through those, and the barrels are easy. But there's a lot of urns.
As much as it pains me to do this, I'll look through some urns.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to. They taste
I'll
like
help.
dead people.
I'll help pick up the ones at the high. Well, no, we don't know that they're filled. Look in, are they filled?
There are clay, stone, and metal urns. Which ones?
Well, because I'm ridiculously tall, I'm going to the highest shelf.
Okay. You go to the metal urns. The more ornate and the prettier. As you pull on down, they're quite heavy. They actually seem to be more like one you pick down is like the first one you pull down seems to be made of lead. Quite a heavy urn. And as you look into it, as you pull it down into like a lower shelf to start searching through, it does seem to have dust in it.
All right, so this is a sacred space. Good to know.
But as you've done that, you heard just faintly something rattle as you place it down. From inside it.
So I've got some very good and some very bad news, Jake.
Uh-huh. Hit me with the good news first.
I think I found something.
Yay! And the bad news?
It's in here, and we're not alone.
At this point, I come in and, guys, I think I heard something in the walls, in the kitchen. There's definitely some spooky stuff going on.
I've got a dead person in a metal cask.
I beg your pardon?
Hold on. I'm just gonna grit teeth, plunge hand in to try and find whatever this is.
No!
Okay, so actually that happens.
I reach out to stop you, but I'm not physically tall enough.
Yeah, like the very tip of the tail is like
I can just see Azzy just trying to jump up, trying to.
No.
If you're gonna hide anything, this is probably the best place to hide it. Social norms. I don't like it either. Anyway, are you gonna say,
Me?
Meanwhile,
It's going to be a meanwhile.
Yeah.
It's totally going to be a meanwhile. Meanwhile, at the other end of the house, a bit higher, we have Lieriel the Liberated searching through the top of the house. Maybe looting. I don't know. Haven't decided that one yet.
Haven't found anything to loot, so you couldn't tell,
This
really.
is true.
Didn't even find a loot.
Or a
Where's your
loot.
character sheet? Where's your token gone?
I have no idea. Everything went
Oh,
black.
that's right.
I'm in the
You went to
attic,
the
so I
attic.
assumed that you moved me to a different thing.
No, I just went to the GM layer. Dark in the attic. So as you go up into the attic, you see that there is a large tank, a large metal tank in the attic, and what looks to be furniture, like old furniture, which has got cobwebs on it that have been put into storage long ago. But nothing else. The tank, as you can see, has pipes that go off to it, and you can quickly discern that's maybe a cistern for filling up the baths and filling up whatnot. It's quite fancy that someone's house actually has essentially running water, but fed from the cistern.
Man. Yes, whole person screams rich people vibe. I don't find anything like in the
Nothing
cushions
of
of the
interest.
couch or whatever. Okay, well
No.
then I'm going back down. That was not as fun as I thought it was gonna be. I was
Yeah, but I
super
wanted
high.
to leave you there just for this.
No, I get it. Yeah, so she'll kind of come back out and she'll go into this room.
Okay, so
And just based off of how it looks, she's probably going to spend a while looking through shit.
okay, so you enter Vandy's library.
Oh,
Vandy's
no.
behind his desk. I'll let you have this, and I'll let you have your privacy and says, just call me if you need anything. I'll go down to the viewing parlor.
Wonderful. We'll meet you there.
So this is Vandy's office, which features heavy antique desk, wall shelves packed with books, ledgers, folios of how to run the funeral business, as well as to tend many of his duties for the Karrick Grange. In addition to years of mundane records, the desk holds a small, tiny tin box. And yeah, that's about it.
What's in the box?
The box, when you open it, is empty.
Does it have a false bottom?
No, it's just a small tin box, like very small.
That seems stupid. I'm gonna look under this carpet because it's circular shaped.
As you peel back the carpet, no pentacles or other symbols present itself.
God, you couldn't be more boring.
You can never trust a
No
circle.
trapdoors to the.
Yeah. She's just gonna go, she'll look through the books and all of that stuff. And then she'll come, so first off, she'll look through the books and all of that stuff, looking for any, trap books, anything like that. Do you need me to make a check?
No, the books are boring. The books are pretty much either ledgers from the funeral business, or other things to do with that type of thing, or ledgers and other things to do with the Karrick Grange, which is essentially the farming community and the farming situation.
Yeah.
So that's the only door which doesn't open.
Okay, well, that's not how doors work for me,
I know.
just in case you were wondering.
I deleted
So
that
I'm
one,
gonna
but that's
open
the only
that.
door that does. As you go to open the door, it is locked.
Okay, yeah, that's, again, not how doors work for me. So, 35.
So it was the only door which was locked. It didn't take long to figure it out.
Lyra just looks at the door and just goes, "Don't hurt me."
It didn't take long to figure it out. The door opens reluctantly.
Wouldn't it have been funny if that was a 1, though?
Yes, it would have been. To what seems to be a storage area. Within holds several boxes, shelves filled with boxes, and it seems to be a chest of valuable items. You would say valuable items because it's in a chest inside a locked room.
I'm telling myself that patience is a virtue, and I'm gonna look through all the boxes first.
I have a perception check, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Good goddamn.
You uncover a handwritten note dated some 15 years ago that indicates a debt to someone named Roger Swinton, an amount of 750 gold. The due date is written on the note was 10 years past. No indication on the note says the debt was ever paid.
I'm assuming that I'm finding a few things like this. Did, well, I guess Jake was making a whole deal about some Swinton downstairs, so the name is vaguely familiar. If Jake hadn't said that in front of Lieriel, she wouldn't give the slightest shit. I'm gonna look under all of the shelves, because I know that sometimes people hide keys. And then I'm gonna remind myself to do that with the desk coming back, because Opper Vandy doesn't seem terribly intelligent, and it would make a lot of sense for him to hide a key to a locked
In a
room in
box
his desk,
that's empty.
honestly.
Sorry, what was
I
that,
know, but you
MLP?
can check.
If
What was
Opper
that?
Vandy's not the smartest, then he'll probably put the key in a box, which is currently empty.
Well, yeah,
The-
but like
The key's probably
He
already
might
been
be-
taken by someone else.
he might be a little probably taken by him. But he might be a
Box would
little
be
smart.
about
He
the
might
size
like
to a key.
tape it under. I'm gonna check. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna check.
Meanwhile, as you do check,
Yeah, I'm going for the
chest
chest.
here is just sitting there.
Yeah, I'm going for the chest.
Oh, there's,
I want to see if
there's-
it's trapped.
There's money there. Large
much?
amount of money.
How
You'd be
much?
there a day, like we're talking into 1,000 of coin. Like trade
Well, no swiping.
I'm gonna take as much as I think I can get away with. As much as I think that he wouldn't notice. Is there any kind of
So
ledger?
are you looking at coin or trade bar?
Are there a lot of bars?
Let's do a perception. Well, let's do a thievery check. To go, how much do you think? And I'll work off your check of how much do you think is going to be enough. But oh crap! Of course you got that much skill, don't you? So you slip a couple of trade bars, and you take one or two bags, and we'll work on how much that is later. Out of the 4,000.
This dude does not need this money.
That you've just taken.
Yeah, this dude does not need this money. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna check his desk, and I'm going to relock that door behind me.
With your skill, I'm going to say yes as a pass.
Thank you.
With the checking the desk, you do and you recheck that thing. There's a tiny outline of where a key would have sat in that box, in that little tin box, like where the dust hasn't hit for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Or like a little stain of the metal on the outline of where the key would have been. That you didn't notice beforehand. But nothing under the desk or whatnot.
Yeah.
Or a note under the desk saying, if missing key, spare key is in metal tin box.
Ridiculous. Yeah, so I'll just kind of wander out, and then I'm just going to continue going down the hall. I'm going to check every room because, you never know what you're going to find.
So let's go to outside again.
Where Uaine has just put their hand inside of a dead person.
Yeah,
I'm slightly coated in people dust. It's terrible.
so squishy.
Yeah. Well, it's dusty.
I really do not want to open my kinetic gate in here. It's like a wind, like a whirlwind everywhere. It's not a good time.
No, please. It's bad enough that I've got a person on my hand. I don't want a person in my lungs.
So back to outside. You find something in are you tipping it out or are you?
No, I've just
diving
plunged in.
Okay. So plunging in, you're rummaging
Eyeball,
around, rummaging
eyeball,
around.
heart.
You feel something hard in there down the bottom, and so
I swear to all the gods, if this is a tooth or something creepy, I'm just gonna
it's larger,
pull it out. Oh,
larger than
It's
the
a
truth,
skull!
smaller than a skull.
I'm gonna
Larger
just
than a tooth, smaller than a skull. Oh god.
Smaller than a skull.
I'm gonna keep my eyes closed and just pull it out, so I can just hear how everyone else reacts.
You grab this solid cold object from the base and start pulling it through the black grey dust, which is now coating your arm. And you pull out what looks to be a large crystal almost glass gem, about that size. It's uncut.
Just saying,
with,
this
a
dude is
large
up to
piece of
some
glass
creep shit.
or crystal.
There's no way you get that much money doing this shit.
Oh. Death and taxes.
But
He's
I
got
should
both.
do.
Oh no.
Well,
The air itself is split by. The air is split by a cloud of brimstone-laden steam, which parts to reveal and I'm going to put this here.
To reveal.
anticipation.
And I've also got something else. I should have a picture.
Oh no.
Does he have a
I
name
like
too?
pictures.
I'm sure this is fine. I'm sure
Oh,
this is all
that?
fine.
Yeah.
You're definitely not going to die.
There we go.
I found a rock.
A hideous-looking hag.
Oh,
Oh.
Like that, we
See?
are ending today's episode.
Yeah.
That explains the nightmares.
Can Jake say this? Oh, fish guts.
Like when you pick up your friend's phrases. Yeah.
Oh, human guts.
That's in the. That's in the. That's in
Implication
the.
there is
Did you
someone
share a
eats human guts.
Did you share a picture? Because I didn't see it.
yeah, I didn't see it either.
There's
Sorry,
a
check to the
token.
channel. There should be shared now.
Ah.
Ah,
Oh no.
wonderful.
Anyway, this is happening while Fidget's messing with the septic tank and Lieriel's stealing.
Those are
Oh,
some chalky
and-
feet.
You're going to have to be there.
That's fine.
You're
Is Azzy? Is Azzy in the room or out of the room?
Azzy was there.
Yeah, so Azzy's
Yeah.
in the
Just
room.
moving, shuffling people
Okay.
through.
Yeah.
So I can stop the scary, spooky music in the background.
Goody.
Spooky static skeletons.
Even though the players haven't been hearing it because I haven't got that set up for some reason. The stream has had it for pretty much since you got here.
Yay!
There's nothing sus. I'm just wait. I do want to point out something. Fidget doesn't look like Fidget at the moment.
Yeah,
Covered
Fidget
in
looks
gray.
like a coal-covered Fidget.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's added fun.
It reminds me of that one Tumblr post where someone's like, I had an orange cat and thought that this gray cat came as a visitor. Turns out my orange cat just went up the chimney.
Yep.
Mhm.
So we'll do our outros.
Oh, and
And,
dimensions also look different for her.
Wait,
Dimensions
what?
look different.
Also looks
She chugged something just in case.
Mhm.
Mm,
I didn't know what you put in those things, but okay. Okay. We'll see.
Hey, they're called mutagens for a reason.
We're a child.
Is Fidget going to be Splinter?
Fidget's doing hard drugs.
hard drugs that she cooked herself.
Mhm.
So,
Family.
oh, this is going to taste horrible going down. Let's put a bit of sugar into it. Candy.
Mm. Yeah. So don't do drugs.
Unless the
Unless
sugar.
you're Fidget.
Okay.
Don't do drugs unless you're a 6-year-old rat folk.
In a fantasy role-playing game.
I don't think we have any 6-year-old rat folks in real life, so I think we can go without that other qualification.
Just checking. Just
Played the
checking.
fence.
So today's been an interesting one. I had not prepped this side of the adventure, but I prepped this 12 episodes ago, just in case.
To be fair, I didn't expect to find anything out here, so
You found some clues.
I found some clues. I wasn't expecting to find, oh gee, whatever this is.
Yeah, wow. Have fun with that.
No.
We'll have fun with that next episode, I believe.
She's also Fae. It'll be fine. We'll talk it out.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was
Go ahead
tempted
and
to
think
say
that.
she's your worst nightmare, but
Hello.
but outros, I think. We'll start with MrLiveProducer. Who are you? Where can we find you? What do you do? Etc. Etc.
Well, hello, I'm MrLiveProducer. I've been playing Jake Blaze and Fury, the person who's pretty much quaking in their little doggy tootsies. And you can catch me anywhere, really. I do video stuff, do role-playing, game conversions. I do a lot of stuff. It's amazing how much stuff I do. Actually, been thinking about what I do and updating a few things, going, oh, I need a website for that. Oh, I need a website for that. So yeah, you can catch me anywhere where socials under MrLiveProducer. Otherwise, I'll be here for ages talking about through everything I do.
Sure. Okay. Next is Loki. So yes, this is Loki.
I'm Loki. Yes. I'm Loki. I've been playing Fidget, the troublemaker, and everyone knows what ice tastes like. It's pretty simple, but glacier ice is completely different. The reason ice tastes like it does is because it immediately starts melting when it hits your tongue because your tongue's warm. But glacier ice is cold enough that it doesn't actually immediately start melting. And so it feels like plastic. It actually feels like those like aquarium plastic rocks. It's incredible. I love it so much.
Okay, that's amazing and scary at the same time. Del?
Hi everyone, I'm Del, and I've been playing Lieriel the Liberator of collected caches of coveted coins. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this session's troublemaking. Yeah, you can't find me anywhere. Don't find me anywhere. I simply cease to exist when this video stops.
Okay. Kay?
Hey, well, I am Kay. This is Gilmore. He's being a little terror because I have been sick, so he has not been appropriately played with, but you can enjoy him now. You can find me at Damphyr on the socials or at Chaotic Wholesome or Chaotic Wholesome Presents, wherever streaming can be found, pretty much except for Kick. We do the Table Talk shows on Tuesdays, but save the date, December 17th. We're doing a really cool charity stream that I hope to have an announcement graphic for soon, and I can't believe who I get to run games for a table of. Hi, that's me. Have a good evening.
Lorian?
Hi, I'm Lorian, and I make music, and I've been playing. Well, first of all, I've been playing Azzy, the Kobold Kineticist. I am hard at work with the finishing touches for my album, which I'm hoping to release early next year, at least in the first quarter of next year. Other than that, yeah, I'm pretty much vanished apart from when I'm just kind of like cooking away in my own time.
Okay.
That's about it.
And we're going to be rating Untold Stories Project, and there is a reason for that. But this is also linked to that. We have only a little bit of going. These are unscheduled shows for the year, so we're going to be running for as long as people are available. Which is including like this show. I think we've got one more week, then we're unavailable, including also Chronicles shows next week and the following week. We're going to be running to the end. But at the end of the year, we have an end of year show. It is my birthday show on the 29th of December for everybody in America. It's 30th of December for me. But it's also our end of year show. It's our big show. It's a big fundraiser. So please come and join us for that. It is going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness from 19 out of 85. It is going to be lots of fun. And we have a lot of guest stars for this show. This is the first time we've run this show with purely guest content creators. These are not people that play with us regularly. They're coming from outside and we've got a really great cast. And we've finally got them solidified so I can talk about who the cast is. We have Sean Sunday, who is a comic book artist and content creator from Brisbane. He's local and does lots of work on comic books. We've got a friend of his, Matt Harding, who's an American comic book artist, also working on this show with us. We have Biohazardous K9, who was in the studio actually, so local, doing a TTRPG solo game because they don't get to play enough TTRPGs, so we did a solo game. And we've also got two members, Starslayer and I'm going to get it wrong, and Stella from Untold Stories Project, who they do comic book and superhero stuff. So perfect cast for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And we're going to go all out. We're going to have a lot of fun, and it is a fundraiser. So please come along and join us for that. It's going to be pretty much our normal times. And it's going to be 29th of December. And also, please donate because it's a fundraiser for the next year, for the first con of the year, which is CanCon for me, and also like fundraising for bits and pieces. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be lots of fun. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you, everybody. Let's go raid. And thank you for your time, for your patience. And if you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, all the bits and pieces. We're going to be doing a lot more YouTube stuff next year. So let's do that raid. And thank you, everybody here.
Hey.